Hello everyone, this is radagastthe3rd bringing you another BFME2 commentary. Today's map is going to be Buckland, and it's going to be myself and one of my viewers actually, Slippot, versus Kallekut as the goblins, and his partner who is going to be Artax. The guy who's going to be playing the men. First off, nice building placement there. I love to see good building placement in the beginning of the game. As for myself, I'm starting off with a single, I don't know, this is a double mal entry into barracks and then a second mal entry. So, not too much pressure involved in this build. I like to get a little more economy going at the beginning of the game. That's just kind of the way I do things. Yeah, so anyways, the reason I'm casting this game is to kind of highlight one of my favorite elven strategies. Oh, by the way, sending a builder up just in the nick of time to come and take this tower. I see it, I'm like, okay, put a builder in there. And then right as I do that, then I get vision on here, and then I see his builder coming up. So I think I typed something. It's kind of like, haha, no you don't. It's because I love talking. Let's face it, it's a fact of life. Starting off with some Lorien archers here, because this is not a random game. I actually know that he's men, I think. And so, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with that. I think I was random, but no one else was. And, oh yeah, up here, the goblins did something interesting. They started off with, I think it was double, I don't remember if it's double tunnel, then lumber mill, or the tunnel lumber mill, or whatever it was, but most players don't get the lumber mill out that fast. Mainly I think it's because it doesn't, well actually maybe it does harvest as fast as a tunnel, I'm not sure. Well anyways, I'm missing some stuff down here. Basically, I watched the beginning of this replay. I just took out those men with my elven archers as they were trying to capture the flag and killed the whole entire battalion. And so then he was sneaking around this way with his men, and so I'm gonna see what damage I can do to this. I should have cancelled this tree, but I didn't because I thought I could do a little more damage to his men. But because the elven wood power that he cast is so strong, the men's really, he's not taking much damage from this. He pulls back a little bit to try to get out of the range of the fort. Don't think he pulled back far enough. So now I've got my Lorien warriors out, creating a little wall in front of these archers, and I pulled these archers back from the middle, and pretty effectively took out all of that. So that's one reason that the elves like to build archers at the beginning of the game so much, is because if you start killing all of his early waves of attacks, look, I've got these 3 units, I've got another one almost not building, and oh yeah, I delayed it to get a barracks. So I've got a lot of production already for the elves. Elves usually don't get a second barracks even close to this fast, but I do because I've got enough units out that I can kind of hold them off for a while. So I'm like, okay, I'll hold them off, build a second barracks, and then start really producing some serious amounts of units. So I'm like ahead, and I let him catch up a little bit, and then I get way ahead again. So that's the thought behind all that, kind of poking around with Lorien warriors. And he's just messing around. These are not top tier people that I'm playing against, and so yeah, they're okay, but not top tier. Oh, very good. Able to take out a builder right there. And I should be pulling these back. These are actually both level 2, so I could take a little bit of damage there before pulling back, because they'll just heal. And yeah, he missed microed here, because at the beginning of this, he had the Gondor soldiers just sitting in the back here, and he brought the goblin warriors up, and he was just sitting in front of me, trying to attack like that. But really, he should have flanked with probably both the goblin warriors and let the men come in from the front, because you have to flank. It's super important to get, you get a strategic bonus for that. Not sure exactly what it is. So I was able to do some cute micro down here, I think, with those Lorien warriors. And here's something fun that I do. I'm like, okay, he's chasing me, and I want to kind of turn around somehow. So I do is I run around this building, this little neutral building here, and then I run my lone warriors out of the battle. And that's my cute little micro move of the day. Just using the natural terrain there. And I'm like, oh, stinking dang, he's got out cavalry. So he's gonna obliterate a whole bunch of my archers here. And I'm like, okay, run the weak ones to the back, run the ones with banner carriers to as far back as they can get comfortably. Yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of little guys. What, like 3 hordes that are just like banner carriers right now. Yeah, that one, that. Well, I've got a bunch of little stuff in there. So it's like, my command points are really low right now, but if I camp for a while, then they're all going to re-heal themselves, and that'll come way back up. And in the meantime, the goblins have gotten out a really early troll. And our partner's doing a nice job with these crossbows. And the crossbows are actually really strong versus trolls. The normal counter to that would just be pikes, but crossbows, it's a really good idea. And very nice. He sees out a really strong unit coming out to take out his archers and pulls back. Smart move. The goblins are building goblin archers. Don't do that. Unless you're like in the way late stages of the game and you've got fire arrows and you've got a ton of money, then you can go ahead and do that and just have them sit behind your meat shield. But other than that, at the beginning of the game, they're not worth 350. That's even more than an elven archer, and they're approximately like half as strong. Even though they do have a poison attack. A little bit of a miss micro there. Random pass. And then, you pull that out. So hopefully I'll realize what's going on there, but I'm not focused over there so much because I've got a whole bunch of stuff over here. Trying to help out my partner. Maybe not the smartest thing for me to be doing. Yeah, I pulled these out. I want to say, yeah, that's the men that cast that. And how do I know? Because I would see little rings underneath my guys, like the little yellow ones, like these ones over here, if that was cast by my partner. If those make it away, I'm gonna be amazed. Alright, I have to watch this. If you haven't noticed yet, I have this fascination. Wow, I did. I have a fascination with like the little one guy who just like runs away or like makes the final hit on the resource building or something. I love that. Very good playing by slippot here. He has some stuff fooling around with archers in the back. This is great. Swords in front and archers in the back. Textbook right there. And swords countering the pikes too. So right units, right placement, very, very good. No one's in the tower actually. That's interesting. So at this point, it's kind of at a delicate situation because I'm like, I don't want to push on him because I know the men have cavalry. And because they have cavalry, I know if I push, they're going to trample everything I've got because it's really hard to keep pikes with your army if you're advancing your army. So I'm like, okay. Oh, trying to focus down Boromir there. I'm not quite able to do it, so I'm just going to pull back. Don't waste anything. And in the meantime, the men are camping and building a well to kind of heal up faster. So he's got 1, 2, 3 hordes of cavalry. Are these Rohirrim, actually? These... no, these are just Gondor Knights. So I guess he upgraded his barracks to level 2 just to be able to produce faster. Not a bad idea. He needs to rebuild his farm. He's doing that. Good, good, good. Kind of wasting my pikes here. See, this is the one exception to Goblin Archers. If you can legitimately do this with and you can get some worth out of it.